is good people? You are now listening to another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth, and once again, we have a special return guest. This man brought the ruckus on the At the Plate episode, is talking about his California Angels, or the Los Angeles Angels of Irvine, Compton.
Of bums.
Yeah. But
Even
ladies
though
and
they are
gentlemen,
doing good this year.
yeah, shout out to my dog Ron Washington. Welcome back, making this triumphant return, my man Damien, aka Velvet Jones. What's
Yes,
good,
sir.
man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Long time no talk, for real.
Yes, sir. And there's been a lot of things that have happened in your life since the last time we talked, and it's like you've become, bro, you've become like a renaissance man of sorts now. So
Change man.
yeah, first and foremost, man. Speaking of change, man, you hit me up last weekend, man. You have a milestone that you just
Yeah.
surpassed with. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. I hit 45 days of not drinking. And for me, that's the longest of my life by far. I think the only time I've gone longer is when like I was in boot camp. So since what, 2001? So this has been the longest because, like, I mean, even when I was deployed in Pakistan and Qatar, I found ways. Like, we found ways to get a couple sips in here and there. So
Yeah.
this has been long. It's probably been long awaited, long needed. But yeah, man, 45 days. I'm just trying to see how long I could go.
Man, congratulations, man. Seriously, because that's not an easy thing to do. So, what things that you've noticed different that have changed in you since you've started the sobriety journey?
Not waking up with a headache, waking up having way more energy than usual. Um, so I've been like way more productive like during my day, during the hours I'm up. I'm not just like, fuck it, I'm gonna give me a beer or something. And then once I get a beer, then I'm like, I need another beer. And then fuck it, it's go time. Cause that was
Yeah.
my problem. Like I was the one, like I listened to your episode, which is great. And always congrats to you. Cause every time I would see your anniversary, I'm like, damn, how does nigga do this? But I'm like, ain't no way. But yeah, my thing was like once I couldn't have just one drink and then be cool for the day. I was if we get a drink, I want another one, and then we go until we faded.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that that was my shit until like my wife would say something like if we'd go out and like we'd go out for like a happy hour or something, have a couple, and she's like, all right, let's go back to the house. And I'm like, nah, it's we bar hopping now. Like, I don't care what time it is. It'd be 2, 3 in the afternoon. Like, we bar hopping till we toasted.
Yeah.
And like it just got to that point to where like every day I was like, I want a beer. Like, wouldn't even be a reason. You know, some people may drink because like they're stressed or happy or sad or whatever. I could be having a great day, like nothing going on in my day, and I'm like, fuck it, I want a beer, and then I want two, and then I'm going. Um, so like this past month and a half, it's should been a real change. Like the first 2 weeks, I would say was the toughest because like the first day, so I'm gonna be honest, like once I decided I was gonna stop, like I went to the AA meetings just to see what they was. I mean, I've been before, but this was like the first time that I actually like took it serious,
Yeah.
you know, because like I had to go back in, I think I was like 21 or 22. So when I lived in New Mexico, I know you've heard the stories about me in New Mexico, but
Yeah.
I had got arrested a couple times in one weekend. My punishment was I had to go to AA meetings like 3 times a week for like 2 months. And the first time I went, I'm like, yeah, these niggas is crazy. Like once you hear like people's like the shit that they've gone through because of drinking, and once again, I was like 21, so I was invincible in my mind. So like I'm hearing these stories, I'm like, yeah, these niggas is nuts. Like I am not even close to this shit. Um, because they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I woke up and I had to have a shot or I had to have a drink," and I'm like, "Yeah, y'all niggas is tripping."
Yeah.
20 years later, I was on that same shit. And so like I never took it serious at first. But like this time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like do this shit for real. And the first time I went to the meet, like mid-meet, my mom texts me like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the hospital, I got pneumonia." So like that's automatically like before would be a trigger, like,
Yeah.
fuck, my mom's sick, like I'm going to the store. I'm about to get something, I'm about to drink and not even think about this shit. So that like the first day was like my really like big test. And once I passed that, and I was like, shit, you didn't break down. Let's do this shit again. And then it kept going and it kept getting easier to where, I mean, it's only been a month and a half, but like I really don't have any like urge or like intentions to be drinking, which shocks the shit out of me every day. Cause like I'll think to myself, I'm like, damn, I don't even really want a beer. Like the fuck? Or like we'll go to a bar because my wife still drinks, and I'll be like, I'm cool. Like, give me the club soda, like the club soda with the lime to make me fake it, like I'm really drinking some shit. The
Yeah.
shit works. Like the shit really works. So, that's really helped because of, like I said, I was a partier. Like all through my 20s, I was a partier. Like everyone knew if they wanted to turn up, hit perk up, like he down for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm pulling up, and that's why you get all them crazy stories off summer sessions. Literally every story off summer sessions was I was faded, and then whoop de whoop, this happened, and like I'm like, you don't have. Remember, Common said like, "We're drunk stories you remember more than sober ones." Like that was me. Like if there was a night that we went out or there was something that happened and I wasn't faded, like that shit didn't count. Like it could have been the greatest day ever. I don't care. It didn't like it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
So it's just been a big change, and I'm really excited about it. You know, I'm seeing how long I could go, but at this point, I really have no intentions on stopping it for a drink. So, really proud about that.
Man, I'm proud of you too, bro. Super duper kudos to you. And
Thank you.
speaking of your wife, I've always been curious. So how did you and her meet?
Well, good segue. She was a bartender.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah, she was a bartender at this bar I used to go to in Long Beach. And the first time I met her, like, because this was like an Irish bar. So the first time I met her, I was outside on a patio, um, and she walked out, and I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, damn, they hiring niggas out here now. That's what's up. Like literally, that was the first thing I ever said to her, and she was like, shut the hell up. Like, what do you want? And I got my beer, and then we just developed a friendship, like from the bar, and like we really everyone at the bar because it was like it was like Cheers. It was like that bar was like Cheers. Like everyone knows each other. Like everyone, like we can go in there and be like, "I'll pay y'all tomorrow." Like that's how we were. Like, oh, I forgot to pay my tab. They'll hit me up on Facebook like, "Oh, you owe this," and I'm like, "I got you." So it was like a real tight crew. So all of our friends would always be like, "Damn, y'all would make a great couple." Blah blah blah, and we both would be like, no, nigga, like this is the homie. That's what it is. Like we not going there. And then 2020, when COVID hit, she had posted at like Bucky's. And I'm like, I hit her up. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing at Bucky's? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm in Texas. I'm about to move. I'm about to move back to Texas because she's from Dallas. She's like
Okay.
Dallas Inglewood. Um, and she was like, I'm about to move back to Dallas. And I'm like, shit, hold on. Like, I was like, damn, do I love this girl? I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like sad. I was like legit sad.
Hmm.
Like, I went to the bar and her roommate was there and she was like, she called me Velvet Jones, obviously. But she would be like, she had cursed me up and she was like, oh, Velvet came in the bar today. He looked real sad. He told me that because you're moving. And so I was like, all right, Christine, like before you move, like let's go to the beach. Like we'll go to Newport Beach and like just have a beach day, like a fun beach day. She's like, all right. And then we get out there, we having some beers, chilling on the beach, all nice. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like we hugged, and I was like, that was different. Like, like I felt something. And then like the next week, like we were in the bar kicking it, and I was like, Christine, I fucking love you. And she was like, shut up. And then I was like, no, I fucking love you. And then she called me the next day and she was like, Damien, do you remember what you said to me last night? And I was trying to play it off. I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, did you mean it? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And she's like, all right, well, let's see what happens. Like, let's give this shit a shot and we'll see how it goes. And shit, we was married 2 years later. Um, been together 5, married 3. So like our wedding that you seen in Cabo was actually our 1 year anniversary. We had got married the year before at the court on like just me and you, let's do this. And then the very next year we'll have the real wedding. Like so our wedding day would be our anniversary. So we've been married 3 years. It's cool. It's a lot of learning. She checks my ass, keeps me in check for real. Like she be on my ass, but it's shit I needed.
Yeah,
She helped me. She was the one that would push me to get sober. Um, because she'd be like, damn, like, why can't we just go out and have like a couple of drinks? And I'm like, for what? Like, nigga, we going out. Like, if we're going out, we're going out. So she kept pushing. She was like, do you think you got a problem with alcohol? And I'm like, I sat there and thought, and I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, so why you keep drinking? Simple as that. And I'm like, damn, like I got no comeback for that. There's
yeah,
no comeback to that that would make sense. So once we had that conversation, I've been on this road ever since. And she's legit like a blessing because I'd be a shit show right now if it wasn't for her.
yeah.
So shout out to Chrissy.
Man, and then you mentioned in Cabo, it seemed like every time you posting a pic, you and her are at a different locale. So man, talk about some of your favorite places that y'all visited.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, my favorite spot we visited was Colombia. Like, nigga, I was ready to move. I legit, I tried to miss our flight. I tried to miss our flight on purpose, our flight home. I was like, nigga, we're gonna stay another day. I'm gonna get to the airport like 10 minutes before it take off and be like, oh, we missed the flight. Just put us on the next one tomorrow. And all of a sudden, like through a miracle, they were like, oh no, we got you on the next flight in a couple hours. You're good. I was like, damn, like I had the Airbnb booked for the next day. Like I was set on missing this flight so I could stay in Colombia. Like it's beautiful. There's a lot of people that look like us. A lot of them baseball Acuna looking niggas that um the food was fire. It was cheap. Everyone's having a good time. The weather's beautiful. We were right on the beach. Um, Let me make sure. The women, I have my sunglasses. Look, put it like this, Dan. I have my sunglasses on every day that I stepped outside of our Airbnb. Like it's like all that shit you see on the TV and in the videos, like that shit's real. So we got there on a Sunday. We got there on like a Sunday afternoon, and we had our got to our Airbnb. Our Airbnb had like a rooftop pool and shit like that. So we went up there, had some shots, and celebrated and all that. Went to sleep. We woke up. It was like midnight, and we're like, "Damn, we done missed the whole first night." And we were like, "Well, let's just go to the." So they have an area called the Walled City, and it's kind of like Bourbon Street, a bunch of restaurants, clubs, bars, all that. So we're like, all right, let's just go there and see if we could find anything to do. Like it's Sunday, it's probably dead, like, but we'll give it a shot. We get out there, no lie, we hop out the car, popping, like the whole shit, like 2 miles, 3 miles of just people out, like tourists, locals. The prostitution shit is super real. Like that shit is a trip. Even like for my wife, she's like, damn, like these bitches is out here. Like, as soon as we hopped out the Uber, you'll see like 50 of them just walking, like
Wow.
checking you out, like grabbing your hand, like come with me type shit to where you're like, damn, these women is like, they're on it. Like, that was the first trip, but definitely Colombia was fire. We did Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta was fire. That's like a more chill part of Mexico, like to me, because Cabo's like Vegas. Cabo is Mexican Vegas. Like you'll be walking down the street, people trying to sell you coke, weed, heroin, like all this shit, like in the open. They'll like whistle at you with your girl.
Damn.
I was walking with my wife and her mom. We walk in to a restaurant and I hear, hey, sexual chocolate. Like that shit. And I'm like, these niggas is
Bro.
wild. Like, and it'd be in the middle of the day. You'll have people walking around with big ass iguanas on their shoulder and just walk up to you to try to get you to take a picture with it for some money because they all hustling, trying to get some money. Um, Cabo, I think Cabo, we've been there the most. Cabo, because Cabo's like maybe 2 hours from here. So we could do that on like a random weekend, like how niggas go to south of the border. You could be like, we could
Oh,
be like, shit.
Pedro.
We could just be like, shit, I'm gonna hop on a plane. We'll drive down to Tijuana and fly from Tijuana to Cabo because it'd be a local flight from Mexico to Mexico. So Cabo, we did Jamaica, we did shit, where else we go? Jamaica. We did Tulum, we did Italy. Italy was fire too. Italy is a trip because like it's just so much history there. Like we took a tour and we went to the Vatican. Like we seen the Sistine Chapel, and I'm like, this is shit from history class. Like it's like awe. You're in awe because you're like, dog, I'm really here. Like I'm really looking at this shit. Like I'm looking, I'm like, damn, Jesus was over here. Like, can you imagine saying some shit like, oh, Jesus was over here? Like,
Yeah.
we went to where Julius Caesar got killed. We went to we went to where Julius Caesar, we went to the Colosseum. Like when I saw the Colosseum, I ain't gonna lie, Danny, I started crying. Like we hit the corner and I looked and like, you see that shit and you're just like, nigga, that's really the Colosseum. I started
Yeah.
crying. She was like, nigga, are you crying? Cause she hard. I was like, shut your ass up. Cause it's just some shit you don't think you ever gonna see in your life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And just to be able to experience that and see it in person and walk through it and all that, like it was amazing. So Italy, definitely put that on my bucket list. So my top two is Colombia, Italy. Oh, we did Costa Rica. That was our honeymoon. We went to Costa Rica, went to the jungles out there. We did Panama. Panama's fire. Panama's like Central American Miami. Like it's fire. Like there's spots where I had to put on the shades and I'm like, babe, look, I'm sorry, but she's bad. Like, I ain't gonna do no shit, but she fine.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, yeah, you right, but you done looking. Like you had your fun, nigga. So yeah, those are my definitely top three. I'd say Colombia, Italy, and then Costa Rica.
Dope. So also another thing I wanted to talk with you about is I don't know too many people that have been rocking with the WNBA as long as me, and you were like one of
Hey,
like half a handful of people I
I'm a
know. So
trendsetter.
yeah, so
We've been
what
we've
what
been
got
on it from the jump.
yes, sir. So what got you into the WNBA?
It's basketball. Like I just love basketball. Um, Growing up, I lived in Fayetteville for a few years for middle school, and when I was there, Shay Ralph was like the shit. Like she was like the best
Yeah.
player in the state, like men or
U-
women. Like she was a
UConn
Colton.
legend.
yeah, she was the coldest. And I'm like, so then I started watching UConn. That was during their like first rise with it was Nikisha Sales, Lobo, them, and then Tennessee was cold. And then I just started following women's basketball because like to me at the end of the day it's basketball. If you love basketball like you say you do, then you could appreciate what these women are doing. And then I just always followed it. And then my girl, hot breath, my girl Tarazi, when she came, I was in there. So real
Oh,
quick, so
Diana
that they don't know the
Taurasi.
story, Danny. So one year, I was going to Vegas for my guys trip with my homies. We were flying out of LAX and go to the food court, and I see the whole Phoenix Mercury team, like her, Cappy, Candace Dupree, Dewana Bonner, like the whole squad. And I'm like, I gotta get a picture with Tarazi. Like I got to. Like that's my legend. That's my goal. I gotta get a picture with her. So I go get a picture with her, and she get up close. I'm like, woo. Like the breath was hot. Like she probably knowing her, she probably was out all night. She's probably to pull the all-nighter getting faded and came straight to the airport. But like I'll never forget that. I'm like, I got a picture with Tarazi, but goddamn, her breath is hot. And so I've always been a fan. And then once I started living out in LA, the Sparks, I was like, shit, I might as well go to some Sparks games. Tickets was dirt cheap. I'm not gonna say how cheap they were because niggas party enough on a WNBA, but they
Right.
was low. They was low. And we so we would just start going, like me and my homies, like shit, this is watch basketball. And then seeing it grow year after year, I'm really proud of the ladies and just how much shit they put up with to play a game damn, to play a game that they love. Like I just got so much respect for them, and I always like have love for them and just appreciate what they do.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I tell you, so who were some of your other favorite players in the
Oh,
WNBA?
so Tarazi for sure, Cappy, Candace, our Tar Heel girl. Can't forget Ivory,
Yep.
Ivory Lotta.
South Cat.
That's your girl even more. I was waiting for it. My all-time favorite, like she's my favorite player ever, even though she wasn't like a big star or whatever, is Chrissy Tolliver. That was my girl. Natalie Echanwe. She was like, I think she's done playing. She had too many knee injuries now, and she's a coach at Michigan, but she's always been one of my favorite glue girls. Dewana Bonner's one of the most underappreciated players ever. Like when the game is up, when she retires and people look at her numbers, they're gonna be like, why wasn't she talked about more? Because
Yeah.
I think she's already top four in all-time scoring. She's in top five rebounding or top three in rebounding, and she's still playing and still a solid player right now.
I
So
think she
those are my
just,
favorite.
yeah, I think she just topped, I think she just made it to a third on the all-time list, I believe, last week on the all-time
Yeah,
scoring
like
list.
she got numbers. She got crazy numbers, but people never talk about her. Never made it on the Olympic team. That's probably some other shit, some Gino Ariema shit. But she's definitely one of the greatest players that I've seen.
Yeah, 100%, man. Tisha Penicheiro, she's my all-time favorite player.
Oh, she was cold.
Number
She was
21.
cold.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because it was like she was in the perfect market at the perfect time.
Yep.
Like she played just like the male counterpart, White Chocolate, and they were both winning at the same time. And then, as Sacramento does, they say doing dumb shit. Just got rid of the Monarchs and haven't had a squad since.
Retro Rob, you might want to cover your ears for that part of this portion of the
No,
program.
no, he knows. Don't set me up. He know. I've been telling that nigga to move out of Sacramento for a cool 15 years. So when he hear this, he knows. I've been telling his ass, get out of Sac. It's terrible. It's musty. It's dirty, and he needs to be free.
And keeping the sports, another thing that we had a bond over was our love for all things Jim Rome. So that was a that was a special time period in the world of sports radio. So talk about what how you got into Jim Rome's radio show.
I got into it because so I worked in an office when I was stationed in New Mexico. I worked in a help desk office, and when there was nothing to do, we just sitting in the office, and then I had my little clock radio by my desk, and I would just look for like some sports talk radio or something, so the office wouldn't be so dead, so quiet, and I found Jim Rome, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, so then like I remember him from getting beat up by
Jim
what's
Everett.
old boy. Yeah, I remember him getting beat up from Jim Everett, and I'm
Oh,
like,
you
oh
you
shit, I didn't
mean
even know yet.
oh, I'm sorry. I mean Chris Everett.
Yeah, it got yoked up. I was like, oh, okay, I heard of him. I remember him. So I just started listening to it. And then I literally listened to it every day for, I'd say 4 or 5 years straight. Like I was dedicated no matter what. Like if I was at work from 10 to 1, I was listening to Jim Rome. Like I would miss out on doing work. I would send other people to go do tickets because I'm like, oh, he got such and such on next. Like, y'all go handle that. I'll be right here. Um, and there's so many classic moments, so many like legendary calls, quotes,
Yeah.
interviews. Like, that was my show. And like I try to listen to his podcast now, but it just ain't the same from the early 2000s, Jim Rome. Like that was gold. That was legit radio gold. So that was my shit.
So let's talk about some of your favorite moments and like favorite moments, favorite
Oh,
phone
I
calls.
already know. My all-time favorite, my all-time favorite is the dude that's like the Canadian linebacker. And he said, if I have to a girl just to have sex with her, it's just
It's
not
not
worth it.
worth it.
And then Jim Rome went for like 20 minutes, like, yeah, I know. It's illegal. And that one, um, like just why would that come out your mouth and think that that's a good take? That's not a good take. Yeah, that one, Larry Brown's crank story.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God.
homie, homie,
Foot away from my face. I look over, there's a crank right in my face. Larry
Larry
Brown.
the shit. Yeah, I was about to say the buzzer was fucking legendary itself.
Yes.
Just when you heard that buzzer go on, Larry Brown's crank, dude that wanted to fight Cal Ripken,
His
uh,
stupid, his stupid over, stupid overrated record.
stupid idiot, uh, that one. There were a couple. There was one where some dude got on there. He said something. What was his name? It was someone in KC. He said something
Oh,
like
Willie and
crazy
Casey.
racist. What? Who was it?
Willie and Casey.
Yeah, he said something like crazy racist, and Jim
Yeah.
Rome, Jim was like, "All right, bro, like,
He
what are we
got a
doing?"
lifetime ban.
Yeah, that one, the David Stern call. Um,
Oh, I forgot
I
about
would
that one.
just like every like 6 months, I'll just go down a Jim Rome wormhole because there's so many legendary calls and moments of that show.
Yeah. Like you, I still go on YouTube and just like look up his like classic clips and stuff like him, like
Yeah.
how they used to always incorporate like the clones would call in and say something about Peppermint Patty and Marcy just to set them off. And
Or whenever they would call someone, when the caller would call someone ugly. Like there's so many.
Yeah. Oh, how could I forget
Real
about
quick.
Mike Gundy?
Oh my God. That shit on my phone. Like I have the Mike Gundy rant on my phone because it's one of the top five like funniest moments press conference. That one, the one I saw the other day, what was the baseball coach? Is it Harold McRae? Harold McRae?
When he threw
When
the
he was in his
phone?
office. Yeah, when he threw the phone, and then they cut to the reporter walking out and he just bleeding from the forehead. That shit, I was trying to show that to my wife and she didn't get it. And I'm just like, look at this nigga losing his mind because they sorry. And people, oh shit, playoffs.
Oh,
Jim Rome used to kill that. Like
yes.
I think he made that press conference bigger than what it actually was. The way Jim Rome would just put it on repeat and put it through his when he would have his little rundowns and which is constantly put loop it. Like I think he made that playoff rant bigger than because that's one thing he would always make bigger, like those press conference, like
Yeah.
Denny Green's. Like if a
Oh
coach had a
man.
rant,
Yeah.
that was taking up the first hour off top. He'll go
Easy.
the whole hour talking about that and getting his jokes off.
Yep.
So yeah, Jim Rome's the man. Like he is the man. Like, and I was listening to Bomani talk about him. He was just talking about he was like, I thought I worked hard, and then I talked with Jim Rome for like a week, and it was like I have nowhere near the dedication and perseverance and hard work that Jim Rome has to get to where he's at, to where like the nigga owns horses,
Yeah.
like he owns horses, like legit stables that be in like the Kentucky Derby. And like I just remember him from those early 2000s, like the showrunner, Kyle Brandt. Kyle Brandt went from the Jim Rome show to having his own show on NFL Network.
Yeah.
And he came from the damn real world
Yeah. Right.
and started working with Jim Rome. Yeah, remember he was on the real world with Theo and what's my girl? Anissa. He was on that season.
He sure shit was. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
like
can't.
Kyle Brandt came up.
Yeah, he did. And I can't forget the Pete Gillen soundbite. That's certainly Duke is Duke and they're on
Oh,
TV
I
more
don't
than
remember
Leave It
that
to
one.
Beaver reruns.
Oh yeah.
And Jim
I
Rome would
never
always
caught that
exaggerate,
dude's
Leave It to
name, but
Beaver.
he used to kill that one. Yeah, he used to kill that one. Yeah, that was a good era. That was like one of the best eras in sports talk radio history to me, like for sure.
Easily. And man, I don't it's like every time I hear Mike Gundy, I just immediately think you doing that fat.
Please. And
Man, so
what's crazy is that was
yeah,
what my Gunny real quick. That was what 20 years ago. He's still the coach, huh?
yeah, still.
Damn.
That's
Good for
crazy.
him because they don't be winning shit.
No,
Cause
they
yeah,
don't.
and they don't be winning shit.
And
Real quick, I wanted to say shout out to Charmaine. It's her birthday today.
yes,
So shout out Char.
happy
My
birthday, Charmaine.
hey, real quick.
Gemini gang
That she's my old neighbor.
in Long
Like
Beach.
she legit yeah, in Long Beach. She legit
Wow,
like lived like right around the corner from me.
I didn't
So
know
shout
that.
out to her.
Wow, that's all
Yeah.
right, man.
I miss Long Beach. That was my city. Now I'm in these suburbs with all these white. Let me make sure all these white folks and all these Trump people out here. But I miss Long Beach. That's best city in the world besides New Orleans.
Man, right on. So, there's a couple other things I want to get into before we wrap up. So, I also peeped that some of your tweets you was talking about taking up Pilates. So, what talk? Please, I'm interested in
Hey,
hearing you what your Pilates
you
experience
know
has been
what?
like.
It was just like I would see clips of like NFL players that go and like try to do a Pilates class and be getting smoked. Like they'll be in there dying after like 10 minutes. And like I wanted to start working out, but I don't like doing all the weightlifting and going to the gym and doing all that shit. Like I'm too chill for that. Like that should be too much for me. All the like lifting the weights and all the racks and all. Like I'm cool off that shit. But I kept seeing that everyone's like Pilates is a beast ass workout. And I seen something on Instagram. There was a studio down the street from the house and they was giving away free classes. And I was like, shit, let me go ahead and try it. And I did it. And I was cooked. Like like legs shaking, arms shaking. And after the class, I told the teacher, I'm like, this was the most polite ass whooping I've ever got in my life because it's super chill. Like it's super chill. They're playing like fucking some days they'll be playing Sade or like some chill music. It's always like a different playlist. Some of the instructors that do like 90s hip hop or like 2000s rap or some techno shit or whatever. So you always get different playlists and there's so many different workouts and exercises in these Pilates classes and there's so many different type of Pilates classes you could take. You're always doing something new. So that was one of the things that I really liked about it. And I just liked that it wasn't like one of those fucking like Orange Theory hit classes where you got the corny ass instructor with the earpiece, like pump it out and all that corny shit. Like I can't do that shit. So I started doing Pilates and I was hooked. I was instantly hooked. And it's a lot of core. It's a lot of core. Um, so it's a full body workout, but you won't realize it until like halfway through. And it hits it hits the whole body. It's tough, but since I've been doing it, I think I started in like November. Like I've seen a lot of results. Like I'm like Frank Thompson in eugenics. Trust me, she'll like it. So like it's been really beneficial all the way around. And I tell all guys, give it a shot. Pilates has the stigma of it's a women's workout, it's weak, it's just for girls. But a dude, if a dude goes in one of those classes thinking like that, they'll come out humbled because they'll see it's like a 50 or 60-year-old woman doing the exercises like it's light work, and you'll be in there like dying. So I tell everyone, give it a shot, check it out. Like my wife, she likes those Orange Theory, like high intensity classes and all that. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, come do Pilates with me. And she'll be like, damn, like I'm telling you, like, don't sleep. So dudes don't sleep on the Pilates. And if you're single, dudes, definitely don't sleep on Pilates. Trust me.
Man, sage advice. So the last thing I want to talk about is something that I just had no clue about you was
I'm a beast. I'm a beast.
at bowling. When I saw the score that you posted, I was like, wait, hold on now. So this man was just
At
out here
2:30.
just out here being what's the dude's name? Pete Weber, just all under our
Hey,
nose.
I'm out. I'm a change. I'm telling you, I'm a changed dude from when the summer session started to you talking to me today. Like even them dudes is like, bro, I don't even know you. Like you changed so much. But bowling, I've always bowled. Like I've been bowling since I'd say like 8 or 9.
Hmm.
Um, my mom, when we were living in England, she had to work all the time. So she would always throw me in these summer camps and on the base. And she threw me into a bowling camp when I was like 8 or 9 for the summer. So we went bowling like twice a week for 6 weeks. At the end of the 6 weeks, you got your own bowling ball with your name on it and all that. And since then, I've always enjoyed bowling. Like it's fun. It's probably one of my favorite pastimes. Um, but I'm like this year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join a league so I can start going. Like, 'cause I want to go more consistently. Cause I would go, I go with the little one, but I'm not trying to smoke him that bad when I would take him because he get all sad and all that shit. So I had to keep it light on him. But like now, like I'm in a league and I'm going all the time and I'm bowling against people that bowl all the time. And I'm looking at my score and I'm like, I'm keeping up with these dudes. Like I might be nice. Like I might be good. Because like you go bowling with your homies, they don't they don't care about it like that. We would just go and get beer and bowl. And I'd whoop them, but they not taking it serious like I am. So when I joined this league, I'm going up with people that all of them got their own balls, their own shoes, like niggas coming in their own shirts and all that shit. And I'm pulling up in some sweats. I'm grabbing the house ball off the rack, like the old basic one, and I'm keeping up with them. And I'm like, okay, like I might be nice at this. So then I decided this year, like, this is gonna be your hobby. This is what you're going to focus on and do, you know. And at the beginning of the year, like when I was drinking, I would use that. I'm like, oh, I'm going bowling. That's what they do at the bowling alley. You drink beer and you bowl. And I was still getting good scores, but I stopped. Once I stopped, and I'm like, all right, like now that you focus, like let's see how you can bowl like sober. And I'm killing it. So I just that shit is just it's always been a joy of mine and a hobby of mine. And I'm just like now I'm like really locked in. Like I'm in the bowling game. Like I'm finally about to get me another ball. I've been looking for a Tar Heels ball online. They ain't got them. So I gotta find me an alternative. Gotta find me one. But yeah, I'm about to get my own ball. My new league starts up in a couple weeks. I had to carry my team last year like T-Mac because the niggas was sorry. Um, so I'm ready to keep it going. I'm probably gonna go after we get off this pod, to be honest.
Word. So what's the highest you've rolled?
The highest I've ever scored was 256. That was in
Wow.
when I was in New Mexico. And people trip out because I can't like everyone do the spin and I can't do that. Like that shit that's different for me. I've never been able to do that. So I just bowl it straight, straight down the middle. I do it like that. But yeah, I got 256 one night in New Mexico and I've been trying to get that. I've been trying to get close to that ever since. So that 231, that's why you saw it on Twitter because nigga was hype.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga hit like 6 straight strikes. Like I was cooking. I think they gave me free food and shit at the bowling alley because of that game. So like bowling is my shit and get on it because it's fun, man. It's fun. It's an individual sport. You don't need a gang of people to go with you. All you need is some ugly ass shoes and a lane, and you can go out there and it's kind of like not kind of like meditation because it's just you. You know what I mean? Like it's just you, the ball, and the lane. And you're not going up against anyone. It's just you, your focus, and your routine. And I think that's why I enjoy it a lot because it's something I can get away from everything if I need to, have a little time for myself, some peace, and just go to the lanes for like an hour or two and just enjoy myself. Kind of like how like when people go to like the driving ranges and shit like that. They just go out there, hit some balls, and then go home. So it's kind of like that for me. It's kind of like therapeutic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always good to have an escape.
Yeah. Because before my escape was the store or the bar. So having something different to escape to, it's really refreshing and really new, and I'm really enjoying this shit for real.
Right on,
Is
man.
that Mickey Mouse with some Nikes?
Yep. Yeah, man.
That's
Shout out
kind
my
of
guy
fire.
Garrison Gifts, man. He used to actually play football for the Gamecocks, and
Okay.
he's an art major, and I bought that. Gosh, it was like 2019, 2020. I think is when he started doing canvases and stuff. He's like a
If it was
big,
2020, I believe it.
yeah,
Cause
he's like a
nigga,
big
like
time
in
muralist in
2020,
Charlotte right
niggas
now.
was buying whatever
Yeah.
because they had free money and nothing to do. Nigga, I started gardening. I started buying all type of canvases. I bought a I bought an N64 out the blue. Just woke up one day and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a 64.
Yep.
I want to play WCW, NWO Revenge, like just spending money.
Man, I tell you what, it's really been just a treat and just really been just fascinating seeing the maturation process of Velvet Jones. And man, I just got to say personally, man,
Yeah.
I'm extremely proud of you, bro. For real.
Man, I really appreciate it. Like it, because I look back, like I know everyone loves those early summer sessions
Yeah.
because they was wild as fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't like listening to them, especially after like the first hour, because I can tell I was on 10.
Yeah.
Like I can hear it in my voice, like, yeah, nigga, you were smacked on that episode. So like everyone be like, yeah, this nigga Mason Betha now he done found God and stuff like that. But it's like, nigga, I can't live like that no more. That shit, I was wilding. And I think a lot of those early ones, I was so nervous about podcasting and putting on a good like episode. And like the first episode we ever did, you know, Scott always tells a story. Like we were just bar hopping and went to brunch and was just bar hopping in LA in Culver City and then bought a bottle and then recorded in his room, like the first episode. So then I think I was like, shit, I gotta keep the momentum going. I guess I gotta stay being bent on these episodes because that's when the mouth gets reckless and that's what people was fucking with. But like I said, now looking back on those, like I'm glad some of those aren't on the internet because there's a lot of shit on there that never needed to be put on the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for the guys. Like I'm real quick, my bad, but I'm really happy for the guys that they kept it going. And I'm happy that they still like shout me out for the early days for the origin of summer sessions because that was really dope time, really fun times. But I had to step away.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'll never forget though summer sessions. I think my favorite story you told is when you talked about accidentally killing your son's fish.
Oh,
When you poured the hot water in the aquarium.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Test the water before you do that. Cause once they they start going upside down, I'm like, oh my God. And I had some nice fish in there too, like some $10 fish. And them bitches all went up one by one, like 12, 13 fish got, Dad, what's going on? Go in the room. I'll take care of it. You about to have what do they call it? A terrarium shit. This ain't gonna be
Yeah.
nothing but rocks in here and decorations.
Between that and then you talking about I think your back to school outfit where you had the Lamar Odom jersey with rocking
Oh,
the air,
damn, you
buying the
remember that
airwalks.
one?
That was my favorite shit.
Hey, I tried to change the game. I tried to change the game and failed miserably. Like, yeah, I swear it was like Martin with the air wax, nigga. I didn't make it about 10 feet. And I said, yeah, this ain't it. This it wasn't school. It was I was going to go out to the club with my homies. So
Oh
all
my
my homies,
God.
yeah, I was grown. it makes it even worse. This was like '02, and it was like me, my best friend Slow, he from North Carolina, my homie Everett, he was from Alabama, my homie, they was all from the South. And they look at me like this old West Coast nigga. And I came out in them airwalks and them old boy, I got cooked so bad. I got cooked so bad. I tossed them bitches in the trash the next day. Like niggas will never get me again. They still bring that shit up.
Man, so this is a great episode, man. It's always great to catch up with you. So if there's anything you want to plug or promote, the floor is yours.
I don't plug nothing. Like y'all just follow Danny, like solid dude. Like we've been on here for years, like just knowing each other on social media, and dog, you just a good dude, like all around. So salute you. Um, hopefully I'm gonna link up with Rick next weekend. Crazy thing, I've known him for over 20 years, never met him. So
First.
hopefully this weekend I'll finally, or next weekend, can finally meet the infamous Rick.
Yeah, he's always a good time, man. Always a good time.
Yeah.
So, man, thank you all for listening. Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find it at Danny Foxworth 843. And thanks to y'all today, I've surpassed 300 subscribers. So again, big shout out to y'all. I greatly appreciate it. You can find videos for every episode of this podcast, as well as my baseball podcast At the Plate with Danny Foxworth, which Damien was a guest. Since we last spoke, the aforementioned, and my Candle podcast, which is a wicked good time with Danny Foxworth, just dropped a new episode yesterday, and Growing Up Low Country with Liz and Danny. So for Damien and myself, this has been another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth.
Podcasts you got, Danny?
I got 4 of them jokers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 4.
Jamaican. Shit.
Yeah, man. And for Damien and myself, this has been another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. And until next time, y'all be good. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.